All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So, sometimes and some days there is this question before I get started with the pod, which is, what am I going to be talking about today? And so there are a couple of ideas that popped into my head, but here was the question. Have you ever had that experience of just being in the flow? And have you wondered, should I stop? Um, to put it another way, have you kind of broken through some barrier, some um, maybe some tension that you were, working through, and now you're sort of in that state of things just keep coming to you in a good way, and you're flushed with ideas and you're able to share, you're able to execute, you're able to feel like you're really growing every single moment. And if you've answered yes to one or both, maybe you have this question, which is, you know will it end? Is this sort of like going to be short uh, a short span event, or will this continue? The one thing that I can definitely tell you is that as long as you're willing to keep showing up, especially as a healer coach, somebody who is dedicating their intention, their life to making the lives of other people more fulfilled, more connected to their own purpose. Sure, maybe in the short run, there will be times where it feels like, oh, I think I've figured it all out. I've cracked the code, only to realize that, moments later, days later, months later, you're back, almost back to where you started. Or to use that expression, it's like you get your, that expression, it's what is it, the American expression, right? You get your ass handed to you. Literally, it's like you thought you kind of figured it out, and here you are, boom, literally, where you're lying on the ground, completely knocked unconscious. Obviously, I'm talking figuratively, could also be physically, but the point is that, it's like it felt like you had kind of figured it out, only to realize that you haven't figured it out. So, if you're somebody who's, especially as a healer coach, if this is something that you have experienced time and time again, I can also tell you that from personal experience, it only gets better with time. So, Thursday is the day when we record our pods on the eye hypnosis coaching journeys podcast, and had two really amazing guests today. Shout out to you, Gomati, and of course to you, Suchi, or Dr. Suchitra. And something that Dr. Suchitra said, mm, somewhere towards the end of our conversation, which is, and I'm very roughly paraphrasing, but in simple terms, it's like, if you're really truly on the path, there will come a point in time where the spaces between you feeling like um, you're failing, and then you're really like having these massive successes, the spaces of you getting to the next massive success only starts to increase and only starts to double, quadruple with time. So, in simple terms, all I'm saying is that, especially as a healer coach, if you're already on this path and you're already doing the work, even if there are moments where it feels like, okay, now you're not connected, remember, you're going to reconnect really, really quickly. And as they say, your life truly is going to shift. Your life truly is going to change. And obviously, when you're doing this, not coming from a place of ego, not coming from a place of fear, but instead coming from a place of love, where you really want to show up because you know that you're meant to. That truly is when you tune up, you literally turn on those lights inside of you, you turn on that generator inside of you. It's almost like the sun, right? It never runs out of power, does it? So you know that you've turned that part of you on, where now you don't have to really do the thinking. It's just something that keeps happening. So I've said this before and I'll say it again. If there's any way in which I can help you, please do reach out and let me know. Having said all of that, of course, remember to live with purpose. And of course, I will be back with more pods. These are daily pods. So I'll be back tomorrow. And if you're somebody who's looking for a community of like minded people, people who are healer coaches on this journey of personal growth, personal development, and really wanting to be able to help other people, whether it's their clients, whether it's friends, family, whoever that they really feel like it's not just about me benefiting, but people in my own family. Then this is that community. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. God bless, and of course, as always, remember to live with purpose. Take care.